Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Hope you're having a good day. So like the title says, in today's video I'll be sharing my personal method for how I made upwards of 50 million rubles in Escape from Tarkov. Now this approach has worked wonders for me and I'm excited to pass it along to you. So let's dive right in. Okay, so the number one factor that allowed me to stack up a bunch of rubles was finding a good route to run. Personally, I've been sticking with streets of Tarkov, specifically the northwest corner of the map, and even more specifically, the Check 15 apartment building and the post office building. Once I found this route, I stuck to it pretty religiously. Depending where I spawned, I would sprint to one of those buildings, run through it, hit all the high value loot spots, sprint to the other one, do the same thing, and try to kill a PMC in the process. After that, I would just shoot for the extract. By repeatedly running this route, I became familiar with every nook and cranny, which sort of allowed me to move faster and more efficiently. And then I also got better at fighting people in these areas, as I got to know more angles. Now, the second thing I did, which helped me maximize my earnings, was I would just alternate between scav runs and PMC runs. Like, scav runs are a great, just risk-free way to try and get some high-value loot, maybe kill a PMC, and you know, there's no downside to running a scav run, so just alternate. I would just run that same route that I mentioned, and then just alternate back and forth between scav and PMC. It just seems like a no-brainer way to increase your profit to loss ratio. Now, the third thing I did was I would just go in with budget gear. Whenever I was doing the PMC runs, I would just use like decent stuff, but nothing too insane, because if you go in with a budget kit, you can still just find a Bitcoin, put that in your sit case, in your pouch or whatever, and if you die, it doesn't matter, you're still coming up on top, so budget kit. Now the fourth thing I did, which really helped me, was got a hold of a sit case as soon as possible, because when you have a sit case, you have a lot more space in your pouch for coins and other little high value loot items, and you can just shove all those in there, and then if you die, you can still sell them and come out on top. So yeah, get a sit case as soon as you can. So the fifth thing I did, which really helped too, was I got an injector case. And at least on the route that I was running, there was a couple spots where I would find injectors basically every raid, and they would just stack up pretty quick. And not only does it help you when you're fighting just to have a little stack of the injectors you like to use on you, it just helps when you find a couple sort of pricey injectors you can just stash in your case, and if you die, you can just sell them to therapists for a good amount of money too. So yeah, that's what I got, an injector case, and that helped a lot. Now, one of the final things I did, which helped me rack up a bunch of money, is, and some may not respect me for this, but was be a fucking rat. Along my route that I would run, especially in the Check 15 apartment building, up in the stairwell area, every time I ran through there, I'd usually just sit tucked in this one little spot, which I made a video on, and you can check that out right here. I would just sit there, wait a couple minutes, and it was just an easy kill or a couple kills almost every time someone ran through there. So if you find yourself a good rat spot like that, you might as well utilize it. Just sit there, clap a PMC, take his stuff, and then, you know, get out. You don't gotta sit there the whole game, but if you find a good spot along your route, just stop there for a couple minutes every game. And yeah, that got me a lot of gear too. So yeah, be a fucking rat, even though it's bad. And that pretty much covers it. So by just following a consistent route that you're comfortable with, just running it over and over again, getting good at that route, alternating between scav and PMC runs, using budget kits, getting a sit case, getting an injector case, and employing some occasional ratting or just overall good fighting, that was what worked for me to print a few million relatively easy. So, and you know, that's just what worked for me, but there's a lot of different ways to play Tarkov, so I would love to hear what your guys' methods are as well. You can leave a comment, and thank you so much for watching. You know, I'm still getting new to making videos, so I know there's a lot to improve on, so feel free to leave some suggestions or whatnot, but Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you liked the video, and see you next time.